All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another Lazy Dreamers podcast. This is the Ego edition because most of our current members are a little busy right now, if you catch my drift. But anyway, we have two special guests. Of course, I'm always joined by War Hunter, and two special guests, Blake, aka Goggles, and Joey Tedesco of the Cartoon Palooza.
Greetings to all.
All right, and this was a bit of a rough thing to come up with a topic because it was kind of a debate between the two. Because I did prompt both a special topic, but we are going to go with the one for Blake, which is we're going to talk about Pokemon, all things Pokemon.
Right. Pokemon, gotta catch them all. Anybody want to join me with the Poke Rap? Anybody got?
You do the singing. I'll take care of the hot parts.
All it is just a list of the first 150 Pokemons with a rhythm.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we'll get a request for that later, because I also have this on Ustream. Oh, God. I'm getting a couple of comments now asking for it. Oh, God.
Wow, you're on Ustream already?
Yeah.
What's the URL?
It's a little glitchy right now, but Lazy Dreamers, see if you can find it.
Lazy Dreamers. Oh, that's the YouTube channel.
Yeah. I'm also
YouTube is doing streaming as well.
Oh yeah. I'm live chatting with a couple of the people, and I told them that we were doing Pokemon before we started, and yeah, but lo and behold, we got a couple requests for things like the Poker Rap.
So I guess this means we're not going to be doing the top 100 cartoon series.
We'll save that for another time, because Blake didn't want to go through that list again.
To my chagrin. That's okay. I hate when ads pop up. I should really get this anti-ad.
I hopefully...
I'd be ashamed that I've already found an instrumental to the Poke Rap theme.
Oh,
I think you could find that on GarageBand.
Oh, wow.
Really?
I'm actually not surprised, to be honest. You can find instrumentals for almost any song nowadays.
Well, this is a day and age with the internet. You could find Poke Rap on a, what's that Italian instrument? You could somewhat use bongos, some really obscure instrument. You could have that theme song played.
I know.
There is nothing obscure about the ocarina.
Which one? The Italian string instrument that sounds a little like a banjo? No, I'm thinking melanin for some reason.
Yeah.
But obviously that's a skin pigment thing. That's a protein, so I digress.
All right.
Nobody want to talk about any movies?
All right. Well, since we're on the topic of Pokemon, I guess we can incorporate the movies as well.
Well, yeah, I think I've only seen one, and I've seen only Pokemon 2000 in bits when I kept it on TV.
2000 is the best.
I'm going to take a wild guess that the only one you actually saw was the first movie.
That's right. And to be honest with you, when it first came out in theaters, I enjoyed it as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
My parents hated it. My dad hated it. He was rolling in his seat. I could recall him with this grimace on his face. I mean, I wouldn't blame him.
Jeez.
But I think the beauty of Pokemon is the same beauty about Powerpuff Girls. It's these really cute animals beating the shit out of each other.
Essentially, that's what it is, yeah.
That's the beauty of Pokemon.
It's
girls love how cute they were, and the guys just love to see them kick ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you gotta admit, we've had a lot of cool Pokemon throughout all 5 generations. I still can't get past that they came up with a garbage bag for Pokemon.
I think that ended for me when there was the magnet Pokemon.
Magneton?
Yeah, like when the first magnet, when in the first 150, there was like a magnet Pokemon, and then there was one that was a mine, Mr. Mime.
Oh yeah,
What's wrong?
there can be female Mr. Mines.
I always figured that's a retarded person who thinks he's a Pokemon.
Yeah.
No
Well,
offense to the
Mr. Mime fans.
yeah.
But I find Mr. Mimes, which I think the reason for that is because he's called something different in Japan, and
Okay.
I think that's why.
Speaking of which, I found this really funny picture off a meme website regarding a specific Pokemon card. I think it had to do with Grimer, and the original Pokemon card had a Japanese Grimer looking up the skirt of a girl. And then in the American
I saw
version,
that. I saw that. Actually,
Isn't that so?
I actually used to have that card.
Where did I go just now?
Of course you would have that card, Joe.
I had it when I was a
The
kid.
original Japanese card, too.
Yeah, I used to have a bunch of the Japanese cards. Like, I have a Japanese Goldine's, Misty's Goldine.
I think when it came to the Japanese cards, I stopped collecting when I went into the 5th grade. But when I first got the cards, the only ones that were available were like these hybrids of Japanese and English cards. Like they were first coming out, like, and it was in the 1st grade too, and it just didn't seem very official. Like you wouldn't get them in the packs, in the plastic packs from where I was. It's weird. Like there was only one place in Staten Island that had these cards, and then afterwards, I'd go to the mall and get the giant starter packs.
Yeah. Alright.
So I'm just indulging in my nostalgia. How about you?
Oh yeah, I mean, I can definitely agree. I mean, I've built like going into the trading card game recently because of some stuff with Vego. Like I built like a couple decks, and my electric deck is a bitch. It really is.
Well, you might have to refresh my memory because there's the electric pack, there's the psychic pack. Oh, there's a card for the psychos.
Psycho.
It's just a fist with a knife in its hand. But yeah, there's also plants, water, fire, and fist. I think that's earth.
Fight.
Earth,
The original
water,
types
fire,
of cards
air.
were hearts, which is the worst power up ever.
Are you serious? There's a heart card? Like
no,
a
no, you said wind, fire, water, earth, and I was like hard because Captain Planet.
Yeah, there's a Matee card out there. A Matee is a Pokemon.
Archie!
Oh god.
Costs no energy to attack because his attacks don't do shit.
Oh god.
Hold on, I'm
But
trying
yeah.
to find the video.
Yeah.
I wish I could find it, but there's this very... You guys watch Nostalgia Critic?
I've seen a little bit of them.
He has a bit where a character, an Indian guy, plays Matee from Captain Planet. And he points out,
no!
my motherfucking heart! Heart!
Oh,
Oh
god.
my god. His part in their 3rd-year anniversary was so sad.
Oh god.
He died for our sins.
Of all the
If you haven't
souls
seen
we
it, I
ever
gotta
met
link
on
to it.
travels, his was the most hearty.
Yeah!
I'm not even kidding you. That was an actual line.
Which one?
Never mind. There's no time.
I couldn't hear. My dog's in the background.
Uh,
I had nowhere else to put him in the house, so he's lounging around right next to me.
that's cool.
Cool.
All right. All right, so back to Pokemon.
Right on. Yeah,
Okay.
Pokemon.
Monsters
Ash's
in the...
voice actress is kind of hot.
What?
She's kind of hot, isn't she?
Who?
The voice actress for Ash?
I don't remember who that is off the top of my head.
Yeah,
I don't know. I saw a picture of her. I'm like, if this were me 10 years ago seeing this, my mind would be blown because, holy crap, Ash is a girl? It'd be like that scene in SpongeBob where all Patrick is saying, Sandy's a girl?
Yeah.
You mean English voice actor or the other one?
I think it's the English one. She speaks good
There's
English.
like two...
She speaks good English.
Yeah, there's two voice actresses for Ash Ketchum. First one is Veronica Taylor, who went from the first movie up until the 10th year anniversary Mastermind of Mirage Pokemon. And
So wait, are you saying that they stopped using her as a voice actress and then brought her back for the 10-year anniversary?
No, they used her up until the 10-year anniversary, and then they switched to, what's her name, Sarah Natashemi.
Yeah, I don't think it's the second one. I think it's the first one.
Huh.
Again, my knowledge about Pokemon has long gone, but it's nice to catch up on, old memory's sake.
Yeah. I mean, for me personally, in terms of like the Pokemon animated series, like after Johto just ended for me. But in terms of like the trading card game, 3rd gen was the end for me, and in terms of the video games, 4th gen was the end for me.
The funny thing is I collected the cards, but I never actually knew how to play the game itself. That's probably because we didn't have that many cards in my town. So figuring out how to play the game, we kind of made up our own rules. We we roll a dice, put 5 on the floor, throw it to the ground, take the dice in the hole, and whoever's got pins.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember when I first got the trading card games. Like I used to have the Japanese cards only, and we used to make up our own rules with what the attacks did with each of the cards. Yeah.
Flip a coin. If heads, deal 20 damage. Else, dance the Macarena.
Then tap your left foot, tap your right foot, go back, and do the cha-cha slide. Hey!
Oh, God.
I think the only mission I had as a kid when it came to Pokemon was whoever found Charizard wins.
Yeah, that was like the main objective was if you had Charizard, you owned everything.
I know, and I have a great story to tell you about that Charizard card. Because it's been my mission as a kid for like 2 years, I think, or maybe I'm exaggerating it, but I'd care less. But I was searching for this one Charizard card, but it couldn't be a fake card. It had to be a real Charizard card, and you put it up to the light, and it doesn't show through its back, and it's got to be holographic. Like it's got to have the shiny diamond-ish shit thing.
Yeah.
And I was on a mission. I had to find this card. Dragonair, no. Mr. Mime, no. And my sister was on this mission too. She was about 14 months older than me. And we were on this mission to find this one card. And just one day, came back from school, and we pulled our allowance money together. We got the packs. We were going through the cards. Power card, power card, power card. Stayed in my pants. I think I shat myself, peed in my pants, did everything possible, and I found this one Charizard card. And my sister looks over my shoulder. I shouldn't have said anything, because when I got home, gone. I could not find the card. And as it turns out, 5 years later, go search my sister's room, poof, that card. And to be honest with you, I still can't get it. Hello?
Well, yeah, we're here.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's my story about the Charizard card that I can't ever seem to get back.
Oh yeah,
it's heavy.
Oh yeah, I've have a similar story to that, but it's not necessarily as quite like that. I had this.
Hey, we're here on the internet.
Yeah,
Got stories to
I
tell.
mean, yeah. I've like again, like I was like one of those people who was desperately searching for Charizard and stuff like that. And like my third grade teacher, he was so awesome. Like if I did something, like he would get me booster packs for Pokemon, and it was just
Wow. Wait. I'm gonna have to pause you for a sec. Your teacher gave you Pokemon cards?
Yeah, he did.
You lucky son of a bitch.
And
My
literally,
teachers would take Pokemon cards, and here are your teachers giving them back.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. And this was actually during the time where, since I went to Catholic school at the time, they actually had a ban on Pokemon. So it was kind of like
That's another exactly. I grew up in a Catholic school. That's why they took away our cards because it's the devil. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, literally the first booster pack he gave me, I like saw like okay, Scyther, energy card, trainer card. I can't believe this.
You had the same reaction as I did when you find a Charizard card. The world just stops.
Yeah,
And you cannot like hold your excitement. All the noise in the world just disappears, and then 10 seconds later, you hear like a parade down the street with ticker tape parade. You see your name on a banner, and then there's like a nice banner of you and Charizard hugging each other, hugging it out.
Oh yeah.
That shit's magical, man.
Yes, it was. I like as soon as I found that card, I went everything I could to protect that thing. Like, yeah, it never left my sight.
If only. Do you still have it?
Yeah, I still have it.
Oh, good. Yeah, at least you kept your words more wisely than I did. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking about selling it someday because it's like it has, like in all honesty, even though it does have a little bit of sentimental value to me, it's not that big of a deal. Where it's like I probably could need the money more than just keeping something that was a connection to one of my old teachers or something like that.
Right. Well, from what you're saying, this guy seemed really awesome.
Yeah, he was.
I'm going to put myself on Do Not Disturb while we have this conversation. Because slowly I see other people that I've added on Skype, and they're going to interrupt me while I'm in a conversation. Not anymore.
Yeah. Well, mine automatically sets to Do Not Disturb whenever I'm going to call.
Right. Well, I have Do Go Away, but I still get the notifications.
Yeah.
So I guess we should talk about the movie.
Oh yeah. Well, which one are we going to talk about?
Well, we could start from the beginning.
Okay, starting from the beginning. The first movie, that was actually one of the only movies that made me cry as a kid. I swear to God.
Well,
Really, Joe?
I had bittersweet. I didn't have bitter. I just had confused. I was very confused at the end of that movie. I mean, as far as Mewtwo and Mew battling it out, up to that point, it was really awesome. And then suddenly there's the message about no fighting in a Pokemon movie. And then suddenly Ash getting turned into stone. And then somehow it turns into a Disney flick and they all cry their tears out and it becomes magical. And it makes Ash human again, and a real boy. And in the end, they all fly up in the air.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was up to the point where they're just fighting. And then after that, things just get confusing.
Oh, yeah.
I honestly think that's when the writers started to get high.
Yeah. I think the initial intent was to get rid of Ash and probably like replace him with another trainer, but because he was such a selling point for the anime, they didn't want to do that.
Absolutely. Catch him all, get it? Huh?
Yeah.
Ash, catch him all.
Yeah, we got it.
That video I'd be face right now.
The funny thing is I remember reading one of the trainer books for the video game on the Game Boy, and it had the instruction that it had the little nitpick that says, "By the way, did you know Ash Ketchum's name sounds like Catch 'em all?"
Oh
He even had like
god.
an emoticon at the end that with the little wink face, and I'm like, they should have just put a face palm at the end of that. Like,
Yeah.
seriously.
All
I don't
right.
think the face palm was invented then.
Wait, emoticons?
Alright.
No, I mean the face palm. Everyone knows that it was invented in 2006 when people started getting really stupid.
Yeah.
I thought it was invented in Star Trek Next Generation. That was like the 90s.
That was.
I don't know, man.
Anyway, we can talk about the invention of the facepalm later. Back to
I guess
Pokemon.
so. I digress.
Let's talk about the most awesome movie, Pokemon the movie 2000.
Yes, that was such an amazing movie.
All right, indulge. I want to know about it.
Yeah.
Teach me more.
Remember
That
how
was
in
the movie that had everything on the line, man. World flooding and
Yes.
giant birds and music and talking Pokemon that wasn't Meowth.
Wait a minute. Talking Pokemon that didn't just say their names?
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Slowking.
Hell yeah.
Slowking and Lugia actually towards the end started talking.
Yeah,
Wait a
but
minute.
Lugia was telepathic. I'm talking Slowking. He actually spoke.
Yes, he did.
Did he have a top hat and a monocle and talk with a British accent?
No, but I wish.
I wish too. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would have been epic.
He'd be called Bane. Hannibal Lecter Pokemon.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ash. And now I would like a nice Chianti with a side of fava beans.
Oh god.
Silence of the Mareep, coming soon to a theater near you.
Oh god. We could probably make a bunch of these Pokemon puns, but
The sad thing is I already have.
yeah. I remember
There's probably a book of Pokemon puns already.
oh yeah, like me and Ian and Steve like came up with a bunch of these Pokemon movie pun titles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Get that shit published. Make some moolah.
Yeah.
Make an Indiegogo page for it. Get it published so that it sells worldwide. You got
Yeah,
your
no,
Ninja
no,
right there.
Parody of Pokemon.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway. Let's see. Third movie was for me.
Third movie was pretty good.
Again, you guys, is it Pokemon Heroes?
No,
Pokemon Heroes was I think the fifth one. I think it was
Okay.
the fifth one.
Because I remember Pokemon for Life, so that obviously had to be the fourth movie.
Forever with the little four as
Pokemon for Life. They might as well just call it BFFs. Pokemon BFFs. Or LOL Pokemons, the movies.
But yeah, getting back to three was not. It wasn't a bad movie. I mean, Entei was pretty boss.
I mean, I'm not saying it was bad, but it was just hit or miss for me. Because
dude, Charizard versus Entei.
That's pretty badass. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Don't tell me that you did not enjoy that.
Actually,
part I
the
did
first thing
enjoy.
I googled, Google image Pokemon 3, I get Ash riding Charizard's back, which in itself is a pretty epic image.
yeah, that is.
I don't know what it is. Charizard just had a great color scheme. He was just, an orange dragon with green wings. It just linked. It just worked.
Yeah.
It was smexy.
Not to mention that the Noctowl not to mention the Noctowl that Ash caught in the animated series was a shiny Noctowl.
Yeah,
which one?
The Noctowl Ash had, it was a shiny. And by the way, actually, if you take a close notice, the Jigglypuff that pursues Ash and gang like throughout most of the series was a shiny Jigglypuff. They never showed the original colors.
You know what the funny thing about that Jigglypuff is? She had like the most big-lipped alligator moments in the series.
Yes.
Like, randomly, sometimes he'll just show up on screen, sing a song, and then walk away. Thank you, Jigglypuff. Back to the episode. Even the narrator would be confused. I don't know what's going on here, but Ash and his friends are going on an adventure, and Jigglypuff shows up.
Did you actually notice when Jigglypuff stopped disappearing altogether?
When was that?
It was somewhere around the Hoenn region where they introduced a Pokemon that would actually be able to stay awake while it sings, Whismur.
Okay, that kind of makes sense. I guess they did that intentionally.
Yeah, because it was a running gag, but it just grew old.
It did. You know, it was. That's what happens when your show starts running like 5+ years. You got to keep it fresh. And I think the beauty of Pokemon was that you could add on to this world.
Yes.
I mean, with SpongeBob, you can't really go anywhere.
Nope, you can't.
And SpongeBob, you have the setup. And I mean, yeah, they have no continuity between each episode, but at the same time, you can only go so far.
Yeah, that's true.
I was watching a new episode of SpongeBob. Sorry to derail the topic again, but I guess there is a point to bringing it up. But I was watching an episode of SpongeBob, which was like the same premise as an episode prior to it, 10 years ago, and that SpongeBob loses his house and must find a new house. I'm like, they're recycling the episodes now? Come on. But I mean, that's kind of weak. With Pokemon, you go to a new land, you find new Pokemon, you learn new things. I mean, yeah, it might seem a little redundant, like you have similar, powered Pokemon, but, you can create as many friggin' Pokemon as you want.
Yeah,
make a Pokemon for air. I think there is a Pokemon for air. There's a drinking fountain Pokemon. the GED Pokemon. The Blu-ray DVD Pokemon. Blu-ray player and a DVD player.
Probably wrote them.
Probably.
Yeah. Wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, hell, it can possess any electronics, so who knows what.
I guess they'll get to a point where they're going to create that episode of Pokemon where they parody other cartoons, and they'll have other cartoon characters as Pokemon.
Yeah, I assume so.
Wasn't there a Pokemon named Slowpoke?
Slowpoke, yes.
I guess he'll meet Patrick Star one episode. Am I right?
Yeah.
They're just gonna stare at each other and be like, Slowpoke, what? Yo.
Yep.
Hey, we're keeping it to Pokemon. We're not going too off topic. That's good.
No, we're still on the same topic. It's just we're deriving from the more specific topic than what we were discussing.
The Poke Rap? Because I think that conversation went by like 30 minutes ago. Yeah, the Poke Rap. That was a fun song. Movies were fun too. Yeah, let's talk about the movies now.
All right, let's see. The fourth movie, Pokemon Forever.
Forever.
Pokemon for life.
Yeah.
BFFs forever.
Yeah, but you actually get to learn Professor Oak's first name. Yep, Samuel Oak. That's his name.
Now I imagine fan fictions of Samuel Oak meeting Samuel L. Jackson. I have had it with these motherfucking Pokemon on this motherfucking plane.
Oh, God. Oh, actually, interesting trivia about Professor Oak. If you actually hack the original Pokemon games, you can access a fight that was originally intended with you against Professor Oak.
Wait, so you're saying Professor Oak kicked ass? Professor Oak kicked ass once?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can only find it if you hack the game. He had he had full 6 Pokemon. I believe one of them was a Tauros.
Stand by. I can get this info.
So I guess this is the only game that the gamers, that the creators intended for people to hack. That's kind of a mixed message.
Well, it's in the coding, so it was intended to be in the game, like as the final fight. Like,
so
it was
they
supposed to be an
just
actual
kept,
after
they just
game.
didn't bother to erase it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things they took out just because either they couldn't hold it all or there just wasn't enough time. Like, a good chunk of the Generation 2 Pokemon were supposed to be in the first generation, but they took them out so quickly, and that kind of what led to missing now.
Yes, they did. Like, I believe one of the Gen 2 Pokemon that was supposed to appear was Lugia, if I remember correctly.
But yeah, I found Professor Oak's move, trainer list.
Alright.
Okay, it pretty much depends. You've got your 4 standard Pokemon that are in there all times. You have Tauros at level 66, Executor at 67, Arcanine at 68, and Gyarados at 70. There's one Pokemon, though, that's at level 69 that changes depending on what your starter was. If you chose Bulbasaur, then he had the Blastoise. If you chose...
that actually kind of makes sense for having 69 be interchangeable. Not even as a sexual overtone or anything. Just the fact that 6 and 9 are both the same. You just flip around, they're the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you chose the Bulbasaur...
You see, I don't have to be a dirty pervert.
Bulbasaur gets you Blastoise, Charmander gets you Venusaur, and Squirtle gets you Charizard.
Alright.
Pretty much whichever one that neither of you picked is what he would have picked up.
Yeah.
Didn't Charizard have, the most flamboyant voice possible? Charizard!
Charizard roared like a mouse.
Yeah. But, yeah. Yeah, but the 4th movie deals with time travel.
Uh-oh. MacGuffin.
When those series run out of ideas, time travel is where they go.
Yep. Well, with Celebi, the time-traveling Pokemon.
Let's not
I haven't seen this episode, but I do have to ask a question.
What?
When it comes to time travel, does it make sense or further confuse things in regards to the consequences in the future?
I think it kind of confuses things because they bring back the young Samuel Oak into the present. Which also means that Professor Oak is over 100 years old. Because they travel back and forth between 100 years.
It wasn't between 100 years. It was between 70 years. And he was only in the future for a day. Or 2.
How is the continuity in the Pokemon series this far?
Do you
think they even keep track?
I think as far as the movies goes, they're not in continuity, except for maybe the first film for the first scene or 2. But other than that,
most of them are isolated incidences, so that with the first movie, they make everyone forget anyway, so it's pretty much as non-canon as it can be.
Yes.
Everything else, you could just forget about it.
Yes.
You could, but I guess for big fans of the series, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would kind of make sense for, a really big Pokemon fanatic to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I don't know which one of you posted that link, but I hate you.
What link?
Guilty.
What link?
Just check at the bottom in the comment section.
I will. Disney.
Hang on.
But you can't beat me up because we're on the internet.
Hang on. If my computer will stop freaking out, I can probably actually look at this link.
Actually, all you have to do is go to Google Images, search for Pokemon Forever, and find the picture with Hannah Montana.
Oh, God! No! No!
About Pokemon Forever, though? Still in.
Sorry, I just feel like a dirty bastard right now.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Pokemon Finals, I believe, was the 5th film. If I remember correctly. Which they there's two other legendaries from third gen, Latias and Latias.
Him on Hero. God, that one was Not to mention it was the last one that was based on the original 3 cast members. So this is the last movie that Misty's in.
It was.
So Misty was Misty's the only cast member to totally be abandoned.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's clever.
Yeah.
I love albums.
What was the 6th movie? I forget.
6th movie was Jirachi Wishmaker.
Oh, right. Where Ash became a
That one
bitch.
had Jirachi. I could make wishes come true, but only for a week.
Yes. They must sleep for 1,000 years.
Yep.
Yes. 7th movie was Destiny Deoxys. Yes.
I like this one a lot, actually.
It was pretty good.
The whole thing, the whole aspect of the kid being afraid of Pokemon was an actual legitimate problem that you'd have to consider in this world. I mean, they're all over the place. What happens if someone's afraid of them? And how they dealt with it, I think, is pretty good. Plus, Deoxys and Rayquaza. Bamps. Both of them.
Yes, that was pretty awesome. Okay, 8th movie was let's see.
Mario and the Mystery of Mew.
That was it.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen this one. I haven't actually seen this one in its entirety, nor any of the ones that are beyond this.
Was this the one that was the
sequel a lot
to Pokemon first movie?
No. Actually, we kind of skipped over that one. It's technically not a full-length movie.
It was a direct-to-video sequel.
Yeah, it was a direct-to-video sequel. We don't count those.
YouTube Return.
No, never. That's like talking about Disney animated films and then talking about the Return of Jafar.
Oh yeah, we know how much you hate Return of the Jafar.
That is the bane of my existence, guys. We can go back to Pokemon, so let's keep this to Pokemon.
Yes.
Mario of Mew. Surprisingly, Mew is now one of the only Pokemon that's gotten 2 movies.
Yeah.
Well,
this
there's
is true.
Pikachu.
Well, no, he's not like the only legendary.
We mean legendaries. And Lucario's not a legendary, so.
Lucario is not a legendary.
More like a fan favorite, though?
Other
So I'd
legendary.
another one with him.
On top of having Mew, you also have Regice, Regirock, Registeel, and Ho-Oh in this.
Yeah. Even though they're just like in reality, just like some kind of goop or something like that.
What?
Oh yeah, the Regirock and Registeel, they're not real.
I know, but the Ho-Oh is an illusion.
Yes. But let's see. 9th movie was
Pokemon Ranger and the Temple of the Sea.
Yes, I saw that one. I wasn't that big of a fan of it.
Honestly, I think this one was just a ploy to try and get people to play the Pokemon Ranger games.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it, and I have no interest in those games.
Well, the only purpose to play the Pokemon Ranger games is so you can get Manaphy legitimately. That was it.
Manaphy only really mentioned in this movie anyway. Never seen anywhere else.
Yes, exactly. And I find it funny that it thinks that May was its mother. That was a nice thing.
And with this movie, it brings about the end of the ones that take place with the Ho-Oh cast, which means we'd never have to see May again.
Yeah, but I kind of liked May. I honestly did.
I did not. I didn't care for May, but at the same time, I kind of like the next companion even less.
Actually, I'm Google imaging right now who May is, and yeah, from what people say, she has been annoying.
I mean,
Hey,
I like as long as she doesn't talk, I couldn't care less.
But then
May
words
is
come out of her mouth, and you hate her.
Yeah.
May's
It just
bad,
happens
but
that she speaks a
you
lot.
don't.
Yeah, she first started hating Pokemon. Then she grew to love them.
Isn't that great? Aren't you glad that you have a character that hates Pokemon in a series with a bunch of Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you hate it when one of your new main characters hates Pokemon in a show called Pokemon?
I know,
Yeah.
right? It makes total sense.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Logic, what's that?
We threw that out the window years ago.
Logic went out the window when they made a magnet Pokemon. I'm sorry, I'm still on that. I'm sorry.
There's nothing wrong with Magnemite.
I'm just
It's the only
saying, there's no point to a Pokemon that you can just bring a fridge with you, and that's his weakness.
Yeah. It's the
Actually,
only...
The way they
It's-
have it is not really just a bridge will stop it. It has its own magnetic field, so pretty much only electromagnet will even...
Well, obviously, yeah. I'm just saying figuratively. I mean, obviously this isn't like the Sandman in the Spider-Man comics, where all you need is a vacuum cleaner and he's gone. But just making a joke, you know.
Yeah. Interesting thing about Magnemite for the viewers that don't know, Magnemite is the only Pokemon to get a type change.
Yep. Well, actually, no, he's not.
From the original 151, yeah.
No, he isn't.
Oh,
I'm
you
talking
know
about
what
his-
it is that kind of frustrates me a little bit more that I think about Magnemite? You know, what's his evolved version called?
Magneton.
Magneton.
If
And
you
then the
play
third one-
Pokemon Snap, all they have to do is just form a pyramid and you have the evolved version. And I'm like, that's not how it works.
I don't know. Ask the Diglets.
It just
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. But anyway,
I digress.
let's see. 10th
Yeah.
Pokemon movie.
10th Pokemon movie, The Rise of Darkrai.
Yes, that was it. I didn't really like that one, honestly.
I've
Hey.
only seen parts of it, but the parts I saw, I did like.
Yeah, there was only okay parts. But other than that, it was just kind of weird.
Darkrai looks like a badass.
That says a
villain.
lot since we're talking about Pokemon.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Just saying.
What?
That says a lot if something's weird in the Pokemon universe.
Wait, why? What's weird about this one?
It
I
was
don't know,
just
I'm just saying.
the fact that they were going to a Utopia city, basically, for this contest that no one even fucking knew about. And, all of a sudden, things go awry when Darkrai appears. But, oh no, Darkrai's not the bad guy. It's some other Pokemon that they can't see, but only Darkrai can.
So it's his imaginary friend.
Yes,
That's so lame.
that was.
Whatever.
Oh, yeah, just hearing about it sounds pretty lame.
Yeah, it's hard to explain. 11th Pokemon movie was,
Giratina and the Sky Warrior.
yes.
That doesn't even sound like a Pokemon movie. That sounds like Sky Captain in the World of Fucking Tomorrow.
I'm a level with you. The name is a little weird, but Giratina is awesome. Shaman kind of sucks ass.
Yeah. Yeah, Shaman is the only one that can get a type change if you only have a certain item, and it's only during the day.
Again, your knowledge of Pokemon is wrong. Much like your knowledge of the Magnemite.
My knowledge is bad.
Where you seem to forget...
I know my
Arceus
logic is
will
bad.
still get
I watch
a-
Ed and Ed, and I like butter toast.
Yeah. Well, with
And
Well,
Giratina's
Shaman-
not to think about it.
yeah. I mean, I did love the fact that they went into the distortion world, and that was a pretty cool concept that they actually incorporated into the game,
Yeah,
Platinum, which I had a lot of fun playing in.
I did too. Gravity for the win.
Yes, Gravity. What is that? Logic made no sense. Anyway.
Logic is funny. Logic makes popcorn. Makes popcorn out of water or something. Farting will propel you in the air in the Pokemon universe.
Sure. Why not?
Why not?
All right. 12th movie was, I believe, the Arceus one.
Arceus, the Jewel of Life.
I don't even know what the hell the Jewel of Life is.
I don't need
Pokemon, romancing the stone.
Too much. Hey, Arceus. He's the god of all Pokemon. Have fun.
Yeah. The fact that Arceus was solely created to be better than Mewtwo, and the fact that he's the god Pokemon, how can you top the god Pokemon?
Wait a minute. They're just trying to out-tier a top tier?
Yes.
No, they're not trying to. They already have.
That's whatever. Whatevs.
Yeah.
I'm glad I gave up on this since Pokemon first movie.
Let's pick up the pace a bit. We still got 3 movies to cover.
Oh God.
We're going
I
up
don't.
guys.
I don't know. I don't know
Let's do
any
it.
other. I don't know any movies beyond that. But what's the 13th movie?
13th movie is Zoroark, Master of Illusions.
Oh, that one I've heard of, and I saw like from the commercials that he transforms into freaking Suicune, Raikou, and Entei.
Yeah. Pretty much all I know, too. Also, it's the last one that we ever see Dawn in. So, bye!
Yeah, that's usually the usual formula, isn't it? Like the generation season ends when they introduce a new legendary. And as soon as that ends, like so does like the characters that along with it.
Except that this one wasn't even the legendary. But whatever.
What's the next movie?
Next movie.
Actually a double feature.
Ooh.
Pokemon the movie White, Victini and Zekrom, and Pokemon the movie Black, Victini and Reshiram. The interesting thing about this one was that in the United States, they released these movies separately. On December 3rd of 2011, they released Pokemon the movie White in theaters, and then the following week, they released Pokemon the movie Black on Cartoon Network.
Oh, wow.
I
So,
never heard about a
the
theater
direct
release
video
of any
movie in
Pokemon.
theaters.
I never heard of a theater release for any of the newer Pokemon movies. Like I
haven't. I think they stopped at
It was a
Pokemon
1 week
Heroes.
thing. The release of that movie was 1 week only, and pretty much you could just stay home and watch the one on Cartoon Network, because the only thing that changed in between movie was some of the color schemes on the Pokemon and the primary dragon.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
That's like releasing Matrix Reloaded in theaters and then having Matrix Revolutions on TV.
Nah, not really.
Nah.
It's like, maybe say Back to the Future. It's like
Back to the Future. That's it.
take Back to the Future and then put that in theaters, and then the next week put it on TV with just random costume changes throughout, and that's what you have here.
So not even Back to the Future Part 2. We're talking about, like, the first movie.
Yeah.
You can really just be any movie, just switch the costumes, and there you have this movie.
Which, actually, speaking about Back to the Future, I actually found an old VHS copy that I have, apparently, which I never knew about.
Kick it
Yeah. That's like... for some reason, I'm elaborating a time travel scenario, how you got that VHS. Like, somehow you're going to go back into the past and then convince yourself that to find it 10 years later or something so that you can go back and save Doc Brown.
or whatever. Anyway,
Yeah.
one
Christopher
movie
Lloyd for the win.
left.
Yes.
Oh, I was frozen today.
I was frozen today!
Today!
All right.
All right, last movie.
Last movie. This one has only been on the U.S. shores soon. It's A, giant ice thing. This thing kind of looks like some sort of... What's going on?
All right.
Doesn't matter.
Got that.
Last movie isn't even on America yet. Doesn't even matter.
All right.
Okay, then.
So can we get the recording up again so we can just record what we said for the last 3 minutes? Oh, it's still recording? Okay.
All right. Let's just pick this up then.
All
right,
take this sucker.
I guess wrapping this up, Pokemon's a lot of fun, and definitely recommend it if you're looking for something to do. Try not to get too confused with all the different Pokemon, just to have fun with it.
I prefer Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, we'll
I
get
had
to
you
you.
guys. Saying, I had to end this with like a punch or something.
Yeah, we'll probably get to Yu-Gi-Oh at another point.
That I'm gonna have to brush up on.
Shadow Realm.
Cause Dan Green, motherfuckers.
Dan Green.
Leroy Jenkins.
All right. So I guess that's it for the podcast then.
All right.
This has been Code 9001 with War Hunter, Joey Tedesco, Carson Blue, and Blake A.K.A. Giggles, and we'll see you next time.